What's good, everyone? We're here with AI Dungeon. Not sure if everything's going to be captured or something. Trying my best. Might play some background music. AI Dungeon. Here we come. Pick a setting. Is my mouse in here? I worry that my mouse is in there. Pick a setting. Fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, custom. Well, I don't think I want to do custom. So I'll go with fantasy. Select a character. Uh, well, let's make it a very Killdor episode. AI Dungeon. What's my character's name? It's Killdor. Of Killdor. Generating story. Please wait. Okay, so I put everything in a weird position. Hopefully it'll stay that way. You are Killdor of Killdor, a rogue living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a long steel dagger and a length of rope. You walk down the city street looking for somewhere to steal from. You look around you and see nothing interesting. Suddenly you hear a noise behind you. You turn around and see a Max with an axe swinging his weapon at your back. Dodge. Axe. You quickly duck under the axe swing and roll out of its way. The man swings again, but this time you manage to jump over it. He tries to follow up by throwing another axe at you, but once more you leap away and land on top of a nearby building. The man continues to try to attack you with his axes, but now he is starting to get tired. He throws one last axe. Which hits a wall and shatters into pieces. You run as fast as you can towards the edge of town. You look down at the city below and realize there is no escape for you here. There are too many people running after you, trying to catch up with you, or even worse, chasing after you themselves. I know how to get out of this situation. Dig a hole. You quickly crawl into a small hole and hide. The crowd has grown quite large now, and you don't want to be seen by them any more than they would want to kill you. A few minutes later, you hear the sounds of battle outside. You peek out from your hiding spot and see several men fighting off a horde of orcs. They seem to be winning, but then suddenly they lose control of their forces and the orcs begin attacking the humans. You could have fooled me. Your heart sinks when you notice that one of the orcish hordes is coming closer and closer. Set trap for orcs. You quickly rush to the front lines and start setting traps for the orcs. You know that if you can just lure these creatures away from human lives, then you will be able to survive this ordeal. You quickly throw a piece of wood at the orcs who are desperately trying to escape. It lands near one of them and he turns around in surprise and screams. He runs away screaming while you laugh. You quickly find a job as a guard in the nearby town of Nero. You soon become good friends with the local guardsmen and you enjoy your work there. Go to the pub with the boys. You spend most of your free time drinking with the local youths. The local youths. They are always happy to see you and tell stories about their adventures. One day you suddenly get a knock on your door. A young man dressed in black, holding a pistol in hand. Pistol. The man opens it. I'm here to take you home. He points it. Don't resist or I'll shoot. The man, I'm here to take you home. He points. Don't even hesitate before. Ask him why he has a gun. The man looks at you and smiles. My name is Killdor. I am a rogue living in the kingdom of Larian. You nod and say, of course, sir. Killdor walks out of the tavern with you. Oh, he's my fellow Killdor. Killdor tells you, my job is to protect the people from criminals and thieves. My real name is unknown to me, so I use a pseudonym, Killdor. Killdor shakes his head. No, my friend here is just a minor criminal. He was caught stealing from a merchant, and now he will be sentenced to death. You continue asking questions until you know everything about the thief. Killdor answers, his name is Borkus. He is a thief who stole some valuable gems from a jeweler. You nod and smile. Good, I want to meet him. Killdor nods and takes you to his house. Killdor opens the door and says, come in. You enter the large house and knock on Killdor's bedroom door. There stands a tall man wearing leather armor. His face is covered by a helmet that covers his entire head except for 2 slits for his eyes to peek through. Killdor asks, what do you think you're doing? You answer, I'm knocking on your door because I want to talk to the thief named Borkus. The tall man looks at you and then turns back to the door. You walk into Killdor's house and close the door behind you. You sit down on a chair and wait for Borkus to come out. After an hour passes, he finally does emerge from his room. Borkus says, it's alright, sir. I didn't mean to get caught. You frown and say, that's good, but it wasn't necessary. You could have gotten away with it, too. Borkus says, yes, we are friends. You smile and say, I like your friendliness. Let's play a game together. Borkus and you play a simple game of chess. What am I being thanked for? You stop him and say, no problem, sir. It was no problem at all. Borkus laughs and says, very funny. Thank you very much. He gives you a big hug before leaving. Hug Borkus back. You hug Borkus back and say, see you later, sir. Afterwards, you leave Killdor's house and head over to the city of Rask. The journey takes about 3 hours, during which time you listen to some music on your lute. The man in leather armor turns his head and sees you. He speaks, hello there, young one. What brings you there? You reply, I'm looking for a job. He nods and looks over at the mage who is still reading a book. He asks, what do you need help with? The mage looks at you and frowns. He says, we've been trying to get this place cleaned out of undead creatures and ghosts, but it seems like they just keep coming back. We can't even kill them all yet. The mage smiles and says, sure thing, I'll take you to the graveyard. You nod and follow him into the basement. What? I'll take you to the graveyard, goes down the basement. As soon as you enter the room, you hear a loud crash followed by a horrible scream. A skeleton stands behind the desk covered in blood and gore. He slowly walks forward and stares at you. His eyes glow red and his mouth wide open, revealing a row of sharp teeth. Trip the skeleton. You quickly grab the skeleton by its scruff and throw him against the wall. He lets out a miserable shriek and falls backwards. Oh dear me, what did you do now? Nothing, I tripped him. Ask for pay. The maid shakes his head. Well, I suppose it would be fair. Here, take this money. You look at the money and say thank you. The maid smiles and leaves the room. You turn and leave as well when you notice something odd. Okay, what is it? A small hole in the floor leads to an underground area. You walk through the tunnel and find yourself in a large cavern filled with stone pillars holding up a ceiling made of wood. At the far end of the cave is another staircase leading upwards, which you also pass by. Go up the staircase. You finally climb the stairs, finally reach the top where you see a door. It's locked, however, so you cannot enter it right away. You wait patiently until nightfall before deciding your luck. You pick the lock on the door, enter the room beyond. I waited until nightfall in a tunnel. I'm in a friggin' catacombs. Inside the room there is a table with several bottles on it. On each bottle is written some sort of message. One reads, I am not afraid of death, but I will never forget my friends. Read another message. At first you might think this is a joke, but then you realize it is indeed real. A note from your friend Meliodas. Dear Killdor, it's been a while since we last spoke. I know you must be busy fighting the undead hordes, but I want to let you know that I'm okay. My brother Auric sent me a letter saying he's found a way to contact us again after all these years. Friggin' Meliodas! He said he was able to talk to the spirit of an old man who lived here. He told him that he should come back because he had helped build the place and needed his help more than ever. When does it end? It can't just keep stopping. I hope you can forgive me for not being there for him when he died. Your friend Meliodas. You open the bottle of wine and drink it down. It tastes sweet and refreshing like a summer day in the forest. Right. Meliodas a letter. You begin writing a letter to your friend Meliodas. Dear Meliodas, I decided to stay here at the castle and fight off the undead as best as I can. The only thing that worries me is if something happens to you or Auric. If they die, then I'll probably lose everything. Oh. But if they live, then I guess I won't have anything to worry about anymore. Anyway, thanks for everything. Love, Killdor. You finish writing the letter and put it away. You're sure you'll get an answer soon enough. Go home. You decided that it's best to stay here and continue your search. The sun is starting to set when you hear a voice calling out for you. Killdor, are you there? It's a young girl who has been wandering the woods nearby all alone. She answers, I've never seen anyone like you before. I thought maybe someone else was looking for me, so I decided to come here. You nod and smile as you call her by her real name. She replies, my real name is Tanya. It means beautiful flowers in the language of trees. You chuckle and say, that's an interesting name. I guess you're a tree girl then. She laughs and says, no. Have dirty thoughts about orchids. You don't even notice the moon until you hear a faint noise coming from far off in the distance. You quickly run up to where you heard, look down to the ground, and only find that there's nothing but dirt. Fine, I'll take you home now, but it's past my bedtime. Tanya sighs and says, okay. She stands up from the log and walks over with a smile on her face. She puts her arms around your neck and kisses you. You return the kiss and embrace the best you can. It isn't enough to make sure she won't run away. She hugs you back and whispers in your ear, don't worry, I'll come back. No, I don't have any lesbian tendencies. I just like girls. You say, but you're kissing me. Tanya giggles. Oh no, not that. That's just a one-time thing. Anyway, thanks for saving me. I guess we are a woman. I like how ask her if she has lesbian tendencies gets a coherent result. It gave me something that made sense. Initiate human intercourse. Alright, let's get to it. You pull her, brace her passionately. You start thrusting. No! 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 Oh! No! No! You pick up the lute and begin playing. The music fills your mind as you try to focus on what you're doing. A few minutes later, the man turns around and gives you an annoyed look. Well, I suppose you could have said that, but you didn't. Instead, you came off as condescending. Oh, so now you're offended. Well, why did I come here in the first place? Why did I come here in the first place? Bash the lute over this guy, over his head. You grab the loot from your hands and smash it over his head. His eyes widen in surprise before he falls backwards on the floor. Oh, what the hell were you doing? He yells out as he grabs his face. Who is Bane? Why does he wear the mask? And who are you? I am you, and this is my story. Alright, calm down. Just tell me what happened. You rush to the window and look outside. There's no one in sight, so you decide to write a letter to Borkus explaining everything that happened. Dear Borkus, I'm sorry for getting caught stealing your money bag yesterday. The what? What? It all makes sense. I mean to cause you any trouble. I was just trying to do a good deed and make up for the last time when I tried to help you kill the man who stole your daughter's doll. Anyway, I've written a letter detailing what happened. We'll hand it over tomorrow morning. Until then, continue and enjoy your life as usual. Your loyal servant, Killdor. Wait patiently at nightfall before writing the letter off. When you return home, you find that Tanya has already read it, and she's furious. Forgot to end that with the parentheses. Calm down. Borkus is your homie. He'll definitely help me prove my innocence. Meliodas will figure out what to do. You quickly open the door and see a dead body lying on the floor. It looks like it was killed recently. Meliodas, come on! You shout and jump into his arms. What? Meliodas is dead? No! No! Someone killed Meliodas! He looks at you with his expression. What are you doing here? I need your help, you explain. Someone is killing people in the city and they're all wearing black coats. Oh, no. I'm bringing Meliodas into this. That guy's a powerful wizard. They must be vampires. Vampires? Are you serious? Or they could have been werewolves. I don't know. Or they could have been werewolves, I don't know. Werewolves, huh? Well, if that's true, we should probably kill them too. Now I begin walking toward the bodies. They look so cold and lifeless. You take one body in each hand and put the other arm through it. You continue to move the corpses further until you reach a large coffin. You pick it up on the lid and throw it at the vampire who had just appeared behind you. He catches it easily and throws it back at you. The two of you clash against each other. You push garlic down his throat and he falls unconscious. You turn around and leave the house. A few days later, you return home to find the vampire has already turned into a werewolf. No! No! How did a one-off joke that I said? How? Vampire Werewolves. I thought I was joking about Vampire Werewolves. I thought I was joking about Vampire Werewolves. You laugh and tell him and you weren't, and he laughs. He laughs and tells you that he will make sure to keep his words. You both head outside where it begins to transform into full wolf form. You watch as he runs off into the forest. Borkus. He was a vampire werewolf. I can't believe it. He nods and points to his chest. You walk over to his chest and feel around the area. It feels like some sort of gem is inside. If you aren't sure what it is exactly, the only thing you know that it isn't gold nor silver. Borkus, how did you become a vampire werewolf? He looks surprised by your question. How did you become a vampire werewolf, you ask? Oh, I didn't really want to be one when I first came here, but I couldn't stay human either, so I decided to change, he replies. Of course, we're best friends forever now, he exclaims. You chuckle and say, well, not forever, but you'll always be my friend, Borkus. He seems to understand this and smiles. Alright, I'm ready to go now. Go on an adventure with Borkus. You start walking toward the edge of town. Hey, why don't you come with me for an adventure, you ask? What kind of adventure, he asks. Anything you want. Let's go explore the city together and get lost in the chaos. Oh, this is absolutely the perfect way to end things. Please. Sounds good to me, he says excitedly. You begin heading towards the outskirts of town where you see a large group of people fighting each other. There are also several guards patrolling the streets, watching everything that goes on. Yep. This is it. Wow. That was rather exciting, or rather interesting for an hour's worth of content. From... It all just like... First I was like being attacked by a guy with an axe, then I pretended to be a hero in a war against the orcs, then I moved out of town because the king gave me a medal, and then I moved, and then friggin' Men in Black are trying to find me, and they don't even want me. It turns out that they just wanted to execute Borkus, but Borkus is like, no. But I'm like, nah, homie, Borkus is cool. And so they pardoned him or something. And then I moved again. And then I got a job with the wizard Meliodas and Auric, the leather armorman, the tall leather armored man. And then got to deal with tripped an undead skeleton by throwing him against the wall and claiming that he tripped. Then meeting Tanya, and it turns out Tanya knows who Meliodas. No. It turns out that we find a message in a bottle specifically for me in like friggin' catacombs from friggin' Meliodas, and then I write Meliodas a letter. Oh, just so much. Anyway, that's probably it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit it. Best 2 out of 3. See ya.